Hello, this is Victor Scriptor of the Film Fiction Writers Group. I'm joined by Deluxe Magnum, Voidheart, Delta, and Nightshade, who is recording. I'm going to be reading chapters 10, 11, and 12 of Letters from a Disgruntled Friendship Student by Miles Prower 06. So let's start off with Swarm of the Century. Dear Princess Celestia, Alright, why don't we back the fuck up here? First off, never ask me to give my friendship report in person. It takes time to organise all my thoughts into presentable form. So yeah, all that shit I just spat out about stopping and listening to your friend's advice was a load of crap. Secondly, how in the moon do you not know what a power sprite is? You've ruled for over 1,000 years and you don't know what a power sprite is. Pinky, Ponyville's drug lord, knows what a power sprite is, for crying out loud. So I spent the day helping Ponyville get ready for a visit from you. Why? I don't know. I didn't have anything better to do. Before going to check on the bakery, I noticed that the welcome banner said Princess Celeste. They ran out of room. Even more unbelievable was that they managed to spell what they could fit correctly. The town folk surpassed my low expectations once again. So when I get to Sugar Cube Corner, I discover that Pinky must have had a few hits of weed because her appetite was once again out of control, and she partially devoured the dishes being prepared for your fat flank under the guise of taste testing. Then Fluttershy showed up with 3 of these really annoying fairy things. Pinky freaked, said something about a trombone,
User
and took
joined your
off.
channel.
I figured I could take one home to keep Fax Machine company while I finished cleaning up the library. First, I went to show it to Rarity and Rainbow. While on the way over to the boutique, it kept on shouting at me, "Hey, look!" and "Listen!" Damn, it was annoying. By the time I got to Carousel Boutique, it had managed to multiply, most likely through somehow having sex with itself. Rarity and Rainbow happily took one each. Little did I know I was helping spread the plague. The next morning, they had completely infested the library. For some reason, Rarity didn't seem to have a problem with them until she discovered they multiply via projectile vomiting. Remind me to disinfect every inch of this damn place. Once we got them all rounded up and rolling out of town, Fluttershy, in some unsurprising fit of absolute stupidity, kept one because of how cute it was. Someone teach this ditz about Pest Control 101, please. To add to the unfolding disaster, the binge and purge spell I tried on them only caused them to start devouring the town. So the next plan was to make an exact copy of Ponyville. Every building, every storefront, every rock and every tree, right down to the orange roof on Howard Hoove's outhouse. And we actually managed to do it. But then when I realised that you were already on your way, we were going to need a little more time. I raced out with my friends to try and build a hilariously out-of-place toll booth to slow you down even more, but you had us beaten to the location. That, and Pinky managed to lure the power sprites out of town with a one-pony marching band. How she managed to play that banjo with hooves and march at the same time, I'll never
User
know,
joined your
and
channel.
I'll never care. So a druggie managed to save the town. Big whoop. So there you have it. The reason I didn't give you my report in person was because of that insanity, and I didn't want to call all my friends fucking stupid in front of them. Your pest-controlling former student, Twilight Sparkle. P.S. We need building materials for half of Ponyville. P.S.S. Don't worry, your water tower survived.
That was pretty
Okay.
good. A quick
Okay,
note.
moving on. Sorry, what was the note? We were moving on to another one.
Yeah, quick note. Anybody that doesn't know, that last paragraph was a reference to the movie Blazing Saddles.
All right.
Go ahead.
Moving on to winter wrap-up. Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned one of the most interesting things about Ponyville. Winter only lasts one day. Yeah, you heard me right. I went to bed last night, not a flake of snow on the ground. Not even when I got up a little early to help with this annual event. But during those few hours of sleep, bam, white shit got everywhere. So every year after it snows, Ponyville has an annual event where they clear the snow that covers everything for one whole day. I think they call it global warming. As you know, nothing gets a town in the mood for melting snow quite like a full-length musical number. After that, we were all set to go. At first I wanted to help Rainbow gather up the birds that had flown south for one day, but I misplaced that stupid butterfly wing spell, so she had to leave without me. I went to ask Rarity if I could help making the returning birds some nests, because they totally couldn't do it themselves. Lazy fuckers. Spike said they could use it as an outhouse, which would be a huge improvement since they shit on my doormat every morning. After that, I tried skating with Pinky. She hallucinated about being a Twinkie, and then because Spike kept on messing me up, we ended up making a 2-pony, 1-dragon snowman. Pinky clearly had the lakes under control, so I went to be a second animal alarm clock for Fluttershy. Problem was, the bitch was waking up all the cute animals herself, and I was stuck with all the snakes, bats, and bees. We should have given that filly the exterminator a show a call. Because of those damn bees, I had to take a blood ritual bath. After that, I went over to Sweet Apple Acres, where they were clearing the snow. I envy the Everfree Forest, where the damn snow melts itself. I tried a come to life spell, but after my plows smacked my ass, I got distracted and ended up causing an avalanche. That damn fax machine blamed me when the idea was his for using magic. For some reason, Rarity spent the whole damn day trying to fix my outhouse when she could have just thrown it out and continued slaving for those feathered fuckers. As the whole town started arguing, I used a few big words to get them to shut up and then put them all to work. The nest got built, the fields ploughed and seeded, the animals woken up, and Rainbow Dash's weather team got a tornado going and flung all the snow over to the next town, so it's Celestia's problem now. Let's see that sexual deviant wrap winter up on time now. Your organised former student, Twilight Sparkle. Okay.
Boo, here I am. Surprise guest. Ooh.
Is that Wes?
No, it's me, Black.
Oh, Black Alcon. Okay, moving on to Call of the Cutie. Dear Princess Celestia, today I walked into Sugar Cube Corner to find the place a complete fucking disaster. For some reason, Pinky decided to have Applejack's Down syndrome sister bake some cupcakes. They looked only slightly worse than dried turds. Apparently, she's been trying to get her cutie mark. So, because she took advice from one of the town's les ponies, she's trying all these random tasks in hope of finding the one she'll be forced to endure the rest of her life. Becoming even more desperate, she turned to me, asking me to use my magic to automatically give her a butt symbol. So, what I initially tried was cart-pulling slave labour. That one faded away. Then I tried Benjamin Franklin, a serial-killing victim, teddy bear stuffing, and a tricycle manufacturing sweatshop employee. I tried a few more and they all faded away. Just to screw with her, I tried a hoofball player last. Applejack tried explaining to her that cutie marks come with time, and only when a pony discovers that special thing that makes them special. She obviously failed in doing so, but I'm not surprised because you can't explain things to a retard. Especially Earth pony retards. I mean, at least the unicorn retards are good for things like designing dresses, but you don't get too many of those because of the selective breeding laws. So only the geniuses get to screw each other. So in short, my sex life is going to be great in a few years. In simpleton towns like Ponyville, whenever a filly figures out what the hell they're going to do with their life, a party gets thrown for them. Most of the other party guests have cutie marks, kind of like, hey, congratulations, what the hell took you so long? There are a few without cutie marks, so to them it's kind of like, hey, what the hell is taking you so long? So after Applebloom failed with the turd cake, she accidentally walked into the party that she was so adamant not to attend. So clearly, by baking cupcakes on the same day of the party in the same place as the party truly shows her effort in not attending. Diamond Tiara, the guest of honour at this party, clearly likes singling out those that don't have cutie marks yet and belittling those that aren't like her. She reminds me of myself when I was that age. Then as I saw Applebloom and 2 other fillies without cutie marks talking with each other at a table, I felt a cold shiver run down my back. This town is about to be hit by a number of disasters. I can feel it. Your concerned former student, Twilight Sparkle.